All right, so come on in, take a sip. Let's wind on down here today. Boy, wow, it was crazy. The internet was terrible in Stuttgart as usual. It was a nice visit. It was great to go see what our clinics and our healthcare professionals were up to. It was a wonderful visit. It was so nice to visit Stuttgart. I always enjoy that, but it's about a 4-hour drive. And it's a 2-day process. We've got several clinics, treatment facilities around there. And so, it's a big, big thing to go and do the walkthroughs and talk with everybody, make sure everybody's happy. But, it's so wonderful to be back here in the studio tonight. Don't have to worry about trying to upload anything on hotel Wi-Fi. And, it's always the worst places ever. I can't actually focus on or rely on my mobile data to be enough to download something or upload something to YouTube, because if you've only got 1 bar of service, right, it's not that great. But it is so good to be home. My name is Christopher, and I'm delighted to be back here in the Solver studio with you to take a crack at this grid. But as you can see in my hand, I got a fruity looking red drink, but it's not fruity at all, really. This is the Fiero, the Martini Fiero Spritz. It's this is what I make when I get home after I've been on the road for 4.5 hours after an 8-hour day. It is late, I know that. So we're gonna go ahead and try to plug through this thing, get it over with, and get it up there for you who might be waiting, and for those who just might like to enjoy. The point is that I love being back home now, and I love being back home here with you. So it is just nice to be back. So with that, cheers. Cin-Cin. Let's hop in there, Grace. See what we got. Okay, so we have a Cryptic Crossword number 29664, set by Paul. Let's hop into this thing and see what we got. Tell you what, I've been making. I spend every waking hour trying to study and learn about these things. It is just the craziest thing. But here we go. So with this, what I may need becomes themed in a way. Okay, that's letting a lot out of the bag there. I just got to figure out what it is. Renault, colored gray or beige. Okay, Renault, French car, colored gray or beige. Those would be neutral. But Renault, because 7 letters, and if we move that over to take them, we've got NEUTR, neutral. Got it. That works. That works. It's a start. It's a start. As newlyweds, slightly damaged, 1 trapped. What have I done? That's not neutral at all. Look, I'm tired. Sorry. That doesn't help anything. Okay, so I don't think. Stout belly, surprisingly empty. But this is with 5 across. As newlyweds. Just married. Okay, jeez. That gives me something to work with. I can't be eschewing that away. Okay. Don't know what that is yet. Stout belly, surprisingly empty. Okay, belly, stout belly would be like a beer gut or a gut. Surprisingly empty. So if surprisingly is empty, that means we got an S and a Y. So, okay, so maybe gutsy. With this, what I may need becomes themed in a way. Now we're talking, this is an anagram. This is right out of the cryptic ethos. Okay. Banff, originally in with it, a Canadian province. Alberta. I think, starting with an A. Grace, perhaps, catching some light. So a prayer, get the ray, catching some light. Very nice. Okay, making headway, getting somewhere here. Debunking a fairy tale, the cost for conspiracy theorists. Maestro in performing encore lifted up at end of opera. Okay, let's come back to that. I've got others here that I've got letters to work with. C16 across. Okay, great. Of course. Just sure. That'd be great. 2 items of footwear left with everything one's got. 5, 3, and 3. 2 items of footwear. Left with everything one's got. Okay, so, okay, kind of getting that. Chap, certainly not into flour. Strong smeller. Piece from electioneer. I established most weird. Piece from electioneer. Okay, so a piece of electioneer. We could have an I, most weird. We got an E here, right? So maybe EER, ELEI, most weird. Sounds like a superlative, maybe an est. Most weird. Eeriest. Taxpayer ultimately being squeezed by a wretched PM. Something alcoholic required. So something alcoholic works here. Looks like maybe a Bloody Mary. We can try it. I don't feel comfortable with it, but I don't feel uncomfortable with it either. Chap's certainly not into flour. Strong smeller. No idea. C16 across again. 2 items of footwear left with everything one's got. Ah! Boots and all. Boots and all. And actually, 2 items of footwear left with everything one's got. 2 items of footwear. So you do have boot, sandal left with everything one's got. So that would make that L there. I think. I mean, it's also arbitrary, right? I mean, I don't know. Country ending in recession. Many leaving country avoid work. Many leaving country. But avoid work. That could be to malinger. and I don't understand this at all, but it looks like Roman nose. Chap certainly not into flour. Strong smeller. It looks like a Roman nose to me, but I don't know what any of the clue stands for. This is the kind of thing that I have to go back and study and understand and then look at what people say about it, because I won't know. There's no way to know without some context clues at all. Okay, but I'm learning the rules, and that's the big thing here. I'm learning the rules and how things work and the kind of language I'm supposed to be listening for. Astronomer captures alien for features editor. Okay, so I got this blank O, blank M. Astronomer captures an alien for features editor. An astronomer is otherwise known as a cosmologist. I can still remember hearing Christopher Hitchens talk about the cosmos. Oh, I just love the way that said with a posh accent. Oh, in the cosmos. Oh, for the love of God, no. In the cosmos. So, captures alien for features editor. Captures alien. So if you captured an alien, it would be in the middle of cosmologists, and an alien is sometimes known as an ET. And I happen to have once been, in very early life, only in my teens, a cosmetologist. I thought I would love doing hair, and it turns out I hated it. I hated being a hairdresser. And Morrissey was all alive and on fire at the time too. Hairdresser on fire. But no, I never could get into it. I like cutting, I like styling, but I hated doing the perms and the colors. That was awful to me. So we'll try a cosmetologist. And a features editor also. I mean, I'm thinking Entertainment Tonight, and I don't know. That probably has no place in the UK grid, but just saying. That's kind of where my mind just went. Debunking of fairy tale, the cost for conspiracy theorists. Oh. This, whatever this is, it's just dying to get out at me. I can just see it. Okay, let's go over here. Flat hand, 5 letters. Sounds like it could be a flush. Battle. Fitting last scrap into shed. Okay, so a shed could be called a lean-to, because I got an L. Last scrap. Last of scrap into shed. So probably, instead of a lean-to, maybe we're talking about the Battle of Lepanto. That's a tough one there. Let's see if it works, though. With pressure on pole, being sick, unfortunately, giving TED Talks as an example, or etc. Okay, so these two go together. I think this may be with pressure on Paul, being sick, unfortunately, giving TED Talks. I think this is public speaking. I'm relying heavily on giving TED Talks there, but it seems like I don't know. Some of this is just so well, it's obtuse, and I'm really, I can see it because, like, in the clue, there's a definition in there somewhere. You got to find it, and if it clicks with you, then you're good. You know, then you're fine. But then you have to go back and try to figure out what the rest of the clue means, because that makes you smarter, and it's okay. Well, you're obviously a fan of the Guardian Cryptic. You know how the rules work. I'll shut up about those. I'm sorry. Maestro in performing encore, lifted up at end of opera. And I have a feeling this is Toscanini, because it kind of fits with everything I've been learning. So at the end, if I go in, lifted up at end, so in, maybe? But Tosca, we're talking maestros here, right? So oh gosh. A report about damaged tinfoil. So a report could be a thesis. Damaged tinfoil. A report about damaged tinfoil. So damaged tinfoil could be all scrambled up. A report. I'm trying to justify antithesis if that's not clear. Okay, so here we have this. That's society. That's flat earth society. And now all of a sudden the entire clue answer combination makes sense. Flat earth society. Okay, got it. I'm feeling rather chuffed. Real jerks backing legal draft I rejected, comma, undemocratic. Visited by mail, I question unwelcome guest. Visited by mail, I question unwelcome guest. Imposer. With this, I'm making a blunder. I guess a mishit. Okay, looks like a definition there on that one. C27 across, no idea. Sponsor picked up for a quid, say. Oh, wrong one. Okay. One ripping up verses, perhaps after first round in Christmas Cracker. Yeah, that's not coming to me at all. So, Princess and I are entwined. Nothing. No, I'm not getting it. Real jerks. Oh, this looks like it could be real jerks backing legal draft I rejected. Undemocratic would be illiberal. So Princess and I are entwined. Are we talking about Ariadne? Yeah, guess so. I mean, maybe so. I don't guess so. I don't even know, but it fits. She is the princess. I mean, this is a Crete thing, right? You know. One ripping up verses, perhaps. After found in Christmas Cracker. I don't know. Well, one ripping up verses. I mean, this could be a code breaker. And then and I have no idea what this is. Sponsor picked up for a quid, say. I wouldn't even know where to begin to guess. So I think I've done as good as I can do. We can at least check all and see how we did. I know I could like run through this side and check it, but I don't want to have it possibly yank the whole thing up. So I don't know what this is. I just don't know. So let's reveal that. So we did otherwise. Baka, no clue what that is. I don't know. I mean, I just simply don't know. It's not a dig at all on our setter, Paul. I don't know what a Baka is. I have some homework to do. But to Paul, fantastic job of setting this grid. It was absolutely beautiful. Very well done, Paul. Good sir. Thank you. Let's bring in our bunny ear day. I do. I have taken much more of your time than I intended, but these are not going to ever be quick until I get a little bit quicker at getting them figured out. These are hard for me, but I enjoy every bit of it, and I think my homework is paying off a little bit too. So, to every one of you, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, servus, grüß Gott, ciao, Cin-Cin. I'm not going back to Stuttgart for another month, so we'll see you on the morrow. In the meantime, be nice to the person behind you in line or any other way you can reach out to anybody just to be kind while we're all going through what we're going through. Be well out there. Take care. Cheers.